Allow me in a special way to salute the UPDF leadership, as well as the men and women in uniform across the ranks and file of our military, for the tremendous patriotic duty, service and sacrifice that you continue to make in our country's development and stability. Today, the UPDF is a highly regarded military on the African continent and beyond, thanks to our peacekeeping missions, which, by the way, are driven by a genuine sense of Pan-Africanism and our dear leaders' commitment to the liberation of the African people since the 6th of February 1981 and before that. Continue to lift the flag of UPDF high and inspire our countrymen and women through innovation, business acumen, and successful execution of infrastructure projects. In terms of being a productive force, the future can only be brighter for the UPDF, and I want to thank the Army leadership for procuring equipment for UPDF Engineering Brigade to enhance their capacity to undertake various infrastructure projects. Projects such as Mandela National Stadium, health infrastructural works, and infrastructural works in the Ministry of Education and Sports. These successes are a testament of the capacity of the UPDF to be at the front line of Uganda's development efforts.
As you may be aware, this launch is to culminate into landmark national celebrations on 6th of February this year in Greater Masaka sub-region, and specifically in Chotera district. Your Excellency the Vice President and our dear invited guests, this year's Tarehe Sita celebration and activities are going to be conducted under the theme that was displayed here. And this theme, as has been stated, is specifically significant, recalling the milestones our country has experienced since 1986, when the state of affairs in Uganda was rescued by patriotic forces from political stagnation and economic collapse. I would like to remind ourselves that then the model of governance then was constructed along the shallow ideologies of cultural, religious, ethnic, tribal, and kinship relations rather than nationalistic mass interests that would have quickly consolidated our nation. Uganda now stands tall as a beacon of hope, prosperity, and above all, as a beacon of regional and continental stability. I wish to point out that the socio-economic transformation of Uganda has not just appeared in a vacuum.
Today, our people's sacrifice, solidarity, the Pan-African spirit have led to the peace and stability, freedom, and socio-economic transformation in this country. And it does not stop there, even to the entire region. UPDF, as it was small, the NRA, as small as it was, today it's an admiration of every neighbor in our region, because we have stabilized some parts of the region and we are continuing to stabilize the rest. On behalf of the Chief of Defence Forces and the UPDF family, that for us, the UPDF fraternity, we will protect and preserve the peace and stability of this country at all costs.
Excellency, Tarehe Sita is an annual event celebrated by the entire UPDF and Uganda in general to commemorate the support of the people of Uganda towards the liberation efforts, to honor, recognize their sacrifices, bravery, and selflessness of the military personnel and their families. The events are also meant to foster community engagements and interactions between the Uganda Peoples Defence Forces and civilians as our strategic partners, and commemorate the historic events and significant military milestones.